Hello everybody and welcome along to round 3 of iGPFun Super Formula Lights League, and we're live from the virtual recreation of the Styrian countryside. More importantly, our scene is the RedBull Ring. Hello everyone, welcome to the JP Broadcasting Network. You join Alex Goldschmidt and Jim Cunningham for a rip-roaring roller coaster ride around the Austrian countryside here tonight. But more importantly, this 4.28 kilometre circuit has at an highest altitude 677 metres. We have got, oh my goodness, I've looked in qualifying, we've got 49 cars on tonight's grid. So, bang for your buck? Yes, I think there is. Let's have a look at the overall standings coming into this week of the championship. Johan Annette has done 2 for 2 so far and has a maximum score of 86 points, closely followed by Yunus Amal, Tony Jimenez, Luca Varani, Alexei Yukish, Jerry Boyle, Scott Taylor, Jacques Willems, Antoine Holstein, who's getting a lot of love in the chat at the moment tonight, rounds out the top 9, with Ben Goyette completing the top 10. Maverick, aka Andy Flint, is 11th, equal on points with Eddie Amos, Noah Fowl, Adam Talsma, Justin Fields, Ludovic Conson, Brad Fullergard, Dorian Arroyo, Tom Donahoe, Krish Patel, and Robert Ridgway round out your top 20. So 35 laps we're going to have around this track, and you can see the rest of the standings there. It's a long calendar ahead, and with that in mind, Jim Cunningham, good evening. Going to the tail end of qualifying, and Johan Annette was briefly pipped by Brent Ruiz. If you remember that name in iGPFun folklore, well, where have you been? Hiding under a rock? Never mind. But is Clem saying, is Scott Taylor the father of Taylor Swift? I don't think with the first day rearranged with the rear one is going to get you anywhere with that comment, Clem. So, but nevertheless, qualifying is being... Oh. Yeah, he's a random comedian. That's what Clem is. Good evening, Clem. Good evening to Mathilde Aubotin, Jeremy in the chat as well. Good evening, everybody. Quite a few of you starting to watch. We are coming to the end of these qualifying laps. Alexei Yukish, the Kyrgyzstani driver, currently down in 15th place. And with the spread of the field, 42 drivers covered by 1.5 seconds. There's not a lot of real estate here at the RedBull Ring because we'll be going round for 35 laps. So let's bring you up as much of the grid as we can. Johan Annette starts on pole position. Brent Ruiz alongside on the front row. Brad Fullergart and Tony Jimenez, Oscar Belcardi, Yunus Amal, Krish Patel, Ludovic Ronson, Mehmet Tashi, Gideon Bozar, Dennis Cornu, Simon Fessi, Bahadina Yan, Gabriel Mailer, Alexei Yukish, Jerry Bull, Tom Donahoe, Antoine Holstein, Robert Ridgway, Stefan Dodder around out the top 20. Noah Fowl, Nathan Rosso, Clark Williams, Scott Taylor, Luca Varani, Patrick Williams, Justin Fields, Eddie Amos, Nguyen, Jacques Willems, Adam Telsma, Koji Ito, Albert Harari, Ben Goyette, Richard Van Veen, Eddie Esquidol, Stu Mill, Kai Tsurumi, Paul Distelli, Matthew Gracie, George Taylor, Dorian Arroyo, Patrick Rowlands, Gaetan Imhoff. Then we got Quentin Mortier, John McKenzie, Andrew Harris, Oscar Artinano, Noel Richie Robinson, and Loris Baylor rounding out your 50-strong grid. How's about that, Jim Cunningham, for a grid run through? And I've done 37 races this weekend, championship podiums, and I still got it here in time for the broadcast. How about them apples? Well, they are starting to ready up. So 35 laps of the circuit itself. Of course, turn 1, they cannot actively overtake. And they do have to wait for the slowdown concertina effect in the early laps. No three wide active attacks in lap 1. They are forbidden. No matter how tempting drivers might do it, but there would be a massive penalty. But they've been told to take it easy as the race starts. So now we're waiting for Antoine Holstein and Robert Ridgway. They round out the top 19. Ridgway on the grid. What about Holstein? Tell Antoine to get his backside in gear in chat, because we've got 49 drivers waiting on 50. Holstein's going to start from pit lane as the 5 red lights for round 3 IGP Super Formula Lights here at the RedBull Ring. We're underway, and a good start by Johan Annette. And Brent Ruiz slots in behind. Brad Fulliger gets the jump on Tony Jimenez as we head into Nicky Lauda corner for the first time. They've got to avoid the sausage curb on the left-hand side coming out of the exit. But it's, look at that freight train. 50 cars trying to make their way up the hill to turn 3 at Remus. And what have you spotted in the background, Jim? Oh, no! No. Mehmet Tashi's just dropped it. Tashi got the lead from From Annette, and it's caused chaos behind. Oh no, 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 no. I knew 50 cars was going to be on the grid, be too much on the grid. Oh, that has caused absolute chaos. Oh dear, but now everyone can go Billy Big Berries at the moment, because now we're really truly underway in racing, and now at the moment Brent Ruiz leads the way, Brad Fulgar in second, Unizamal rounds out the top three, Krish Patel, Tony Jimenez, Ludovic Vincent, Oscar Belcardi. Now where on earth has our pole sitter dropped to? Now that was the big thing. Johan Annette. Well, he's not. Stu Milne, Oscar Artinanu, Loris Baylor. Yeah, Antoine Holstein didn't even make it onto the grid. He's not even out. It's one of the worst things to do at the RedBull Ring. Absolutely chaotic. But here we go, side by side. Someone else is... Oh, that's Kai Tsurumi. Yes, Tsurumi gets caught in a tsunami at turn 3. Pardon the pun there, folks. But Brent Ruiz starting... well, hey, well, you know what? At the end of the day, there's more carnage. Look. Right, Dorian Arroyo's got off, George Taylor's got off, and now this is going into Verdenhau, and now they're... Oh no, don't tell me Brent Ruiz, you're going to throw it to the outside. He might get a slow down penalty for that. He will coming out of turn 10 at Red Bull Mobile, but Brent Ruiz round the outside of Brad Fulliger, as we've got Tony Jimenez trying to go up the inside of Krish Patel. And Yunus Amal, oh no, contact! Now that's a big mess into turn 1 and Nicky down the corner. Oh dear, 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 the cat amongst the Austrian pigeons. Yeah, Ruiz and Fulligar in their own little battle, and Fulligar nearly up the rear diffuser as Oscar Belcardi and Ludovic Vincent go wheel to wheel. They've got Dennis Cornu. Oh, it's the 3 Unity racing cars in the line. Brace for impact momentarily, because Belcardi is bump drafting Vincent going down into turn 4. He's going to go to the inside. They will clash wheels, possibly. No, they don't. They were lucky. Very, very lucky indeed. But it has been an absolute race of destitution from multiple drivers. I'm going to count. Well, I think let's just play it as it stands. I think our folks need the timing tower if we can on the left-hand side, my good friend. There we go. Right, we're on. These laps are going to fly by here at the Red Bull Ring, and oh, Stefan Dodder has gone off. Tony Jimenez has got a mechanical black flag. Guillaume Bouzard from Luxembourg has also got a mechanical black flag. Tashi's got to slow down. Oh no, there's another one off, and in the barriers. Oh dear, they get so close to one another. Oh, Krish Patel, that car was second hand at best. And so he's ended up in the pits. Oh dear, this is Nguyen going through on Donahoe, going up into turn 3 at Remus. Nguyen, yeah. But Nguyen doing a really good job. He's side by side with Tom Donahoe, who we've commentated on before. Donahoe sweeps to the outside at turn 4. This could be very much shades of Albon versus Hamilton back in 2020, but not quite. Donahoe slots in behind Nguyen, and Nguyen takes a hold of 12th place behind Luca Varani, who's got Noah Fowl just in front. But Tony Jimenez has now managed to come out of the pit lane, so has Guillaume Bouzard, after their mechanical black flag to be shown. But Brent Ruiz leading the way by nearly 0.8 of a second. We're riding on board with Tom Donoghue in this wonderfully camo style livery Super Formula Lights car, the younger brother to the Super Formulas that you'll see in action tomorrow early morning UK time, courtesy of Sim Racing for Simpletons, as they will head to the RedBull Ring. Robert Rick. I think Mr. O'Leary might be doing that with you. He's down on the list. But no, so that'll be you and Jim. You and O'Leary and Jim Cunningham will be on that one for duty later on in a few hours. But the early 4.5 laps have caused, have brought us destruction and Derby all in the same sentence. It has basically, like, I'm just wondering if someone's going to bring Gravedigger from the monster trucks onto the track and just decide to catapult everyone here, there and everywhere, because that's what it feels like. But we still have, at the moment, and I can count here now, out of the 50 starters, I can say Antoine Holstein fans, he is out there, down in 45th. At the moment has completed 2.6 laps. We still have Talsma, Williams, Artanono, Baylor is out, Krish Patel is out, Yunus Amal is out. So we have 44 cars still running, as this is the battle between Belcardi, Hanson and Cornu, and then Simon Fessi, and then Gabriel Mella in the entry just behind him, the Spanish wonder in the number 27. The highest of the Spaniards, whereas Tony Jimenez, previous champion, down all the way in 37th position. But Mella looking for a move on Mehmet Tashi, going up into turn 3 at Remus, and not able to get through, but might get the slingshot here over the crest at the top of the hill at 677 metres above sea level. Okay. Well, he's gone 2 wheels on the grass, gone to the outside curbing, turned it in, and he's over-rotated. That's on his own, I think, there for Johan and completely over-rotated by applying the throttle and bang, bang, oi, 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 3 cars, and then we get the madness behind. I know. Like there was literally, and then you got the helicam, the high helicam going to view. Mehmet Tashi has got a slowdown penalty that he's got to serve, and we'll have to serve that very, very quickly indeed. You can actually get black flagged if that is the case. Harari's got a track limits penalty as well, a slowdown, and that's in 16th behind Richard Van Veen. Mella versus Fessi up the hill. Fessi has served the slowdown penalty. Mella to the outside here at turn 3, and they are going to be wheel to wheel out of the corner. We're currently on lap 7 out of 35. So yeah, this is a great battle here, Jim, between Mella and Fessi for what is 6 on the road. Yeah, I mean, and Simon Fessi goes a little bit wide. Mella goes through, and Fessi again takes the wider line. He's got Bahadin Ayan just behind, so that's going to make it 2's company, 3's a crowd for the battle for P6. And Ayan to the outside at turn 9 on Fessi. That might not end well. Ranson gets the slowdown penalty. Oh, but a tank slapper there for Simon Fessi. And that was Mella that lost it coming out of the final corner. Noel Fowl now into the battle for that position. And this is not going to end well between the Turkish teammates, because they are closing at a big rate of knots on Simon Fessi. Ranson has now got a slowdown and has had to serve that, drops him to 5th. But Bahadin Ayan right on the wheel tracks, and they've got some back marker traffic to deal with, I believe. Ayan to the outside of Fessi through at 3. He might be able to, and the back marker, that was the Tsunami, Kai Tsunami, out of the way. Harari gets another slowdown penalty, but Bahadinayan and Simon Fessi have been at loggerheads for at least the best part of 2 laps, the moment that Gabriel Mella lost it. And then everyone's shouting for Antoine at the moment. Antoine at the minute, where is he? Where is Antoine Holstein? Down in 43rd place at the moment, all the way back where. So this is. Well, he didn't even make it to the grid. He didn't even make it to the grid. Yeah. Maybe he got caught short. You know, sometimes people think, yeah, I've got enough time to ready up. Yeah, I'll just go to the little boys' room. And you then realise, pit lane. That's very much the case. But more to the point, these drivers are really having to push quite hard at the minute. Jim, I don't think anyone can hear you at the moment. Yeah, so yeah, I've just been listening to the stream, folks, and Jim Cunningham has been muted, I think, probably for the duration. Yes, I've just listened.
I'm going to tell you right now,
so
you missed some of the best commentary in history.
Myself.
You missed some of the best commentary in history while I was muted.
Dagnabbit.
Well.
There we go. He's back on air, folks. Hey, Jim's back. Jim's back.
Nobody even missed me. They didn't say anything.
I know they didn't say anything. Jim. Even I look. Even I was like thinking, "Where's Jim? I can hear you, and no one else can." Well, moving swiftly on, folks. We are now on lap 10 out of 35. Eddie Amos closing in on the other Japanese driver, Koji Ito, as we've got Belcardi versus Cornu. And this is the Unity Racing teammates battling over 3rd and 4th, respectively. Meantime, Bahadinayan diving to the inside at turn 3. Oh, he's been hit by his teammates.
Oh, my goodness. Oh.
Wait for it. Wait, hold your brakes. Oh, no. And well, Ayan's got a mechanical black flag. No wonder, because the left side of the side pod cowling has come off. So instant mechanical black flag for Bahadinayan, who's going to drive it to the pits rather than tow it. And another one bites the dust, in the words of Freddie Mercury and Queen back in the day. Music reference, folks. If you know, you know. Right, Jim?
It's the number one song of 1979 or 1980. It was the number one song. They at the top of the Billboard Top 100 here in the United States for about 12 weeks. Very popular song. Still to this day, love hearing it.
Oh, it's whenever, like, say, the UK version of American Gladiators. Whenever someone got knocked off the joust, it would always be Another One Bites the Dust would be the music that would come straight away. Meantime, Scott Taylor, not to be confused with Taylor Swift's dad, Clem, has just made a move on Eddie Esquidol. Harari's had so many slow-down penalties on lost counts.
I tell you what, at this rate, he's got to be creeping up on the incident limit a little bit, because he's stacking them up one after the other.
And he nearly got sideswiped by the pride of Wales, Eddie Amos. And that's the battle for 17th, as Eddie dives to the inside, doesn't get the run through, but then Scott Taylor is going to show his presence very shortly. Love the livery on Eddie Amos's car. Kind of reminds me of
Tron.
Kind of reminds me of Tron. Yes, exactly, Tron. And for those wondering, I am a Tron fan, so I am looking forward to the new film that is going to be released on October 10th over in the UK.
The Tron roller coaster at Disney World in Florida, the United States, is fantastic. I just want to say we did that this summer, and that Tron roller coaster is a blast.
I've heard very, very good things about it. Simon
fun.
Fessy gets a slow down penalty. Of course, Chon Aries with Jeff Bridges and a person that I never thought would be cast in a Tron role or a role within the genre. Jared Leto as Ares, the title character, so to speak. But nevertheless, we've got a good battle here between Luca Varani, Tom Donahoe, and I think who is that in front of them? Possibly. We've got Gabriel Mella, so there is a back.
That's a lap car in there, yeah.
So 369, Loris Bela from Switzerland. So Luca Varani is getting a tow from his countryman at the moment. Not a bad thing to do there, Luca. Save you a little bit of fuel whilst you're at it. Someone likes to kick up.
I'm a big fan of that the paint scheme on Luca's car. I'm a LSU, Louisiana State University college fan, and that is their colors: purple, yellow, and white, or purple, gold, and white they call it. But yeah, so I'm a big fan of that paint scheme.
Yeah, I mean, there's another one that kind of route. There was
throw a little green in there, and it'd be Mardi Gras colors.
Yeah, it's in Mardi Gras.
Well, I'm
down
from
in the
New
bayou
Orleans.
in Louisiana, baby.
Yeah, that's where I'm from originally. Is from Louisiana, so I grew up Mardi Gras for sure. Down in the bayou, that's right.
Down in the bayou. Also, San Francisco was the location for a particular film that Jean-Claude Van Damme played an old war veteran called Hard Target. Lance Henriksen played the bad guy back in the 1990s, and this was when Van Damme was in his prime, and it was a John Woo directed film where Van Damme had this very, very weird, dodgy mullet for a haircut.
I don't know that I've seen Hard Target. I may have. I used to be a Jean-Claude Van Damme fan for sure.
Yeah. Also, the paint scheme on Luca Varani, you said about LSU. It also reminds me of the LA Lakers.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
The NBA as well. So,
and Minnesota Vikings in the National Football League as well. Same
in the NFL. Yes,
colors.
Indeed.
Oh,
that's a wonderful livery. Always looks classy. Artinanu, what have you done here, Oscar? It's turn 3, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, he just run it deep? Yeah, he just ran. It's weird that it showed me that. I'm surprised that it showed me that. Sorry, I thought it was going to be more than that.
Oh, well. You never know. It's always worth checking it out as...
well, there's so many cars that, it's hard to watch all the replays of that kind of action, or you just don't see any of the stuff on track, the live action. It's with this many cars, there's so many off-track incidents.
Yeah, we still have 41 runners out of 50. Kai Tsunami Surumi. That'd be a good name for him. That'd be a good nickname for him if he was a wrestler. The Tsunami.
Oh, yeah.
It would sound like what was it? What was it? Oh, I'm trying to remember now. It's a WWF reference. I am an old school.
The fact that you call it WWF shows that you're an old
true wrestling fan.
Yes.
Yeah.
But George Taylor's had his share of off-track incidents, and he's finally had to jump to the pits there. Got him a meatball.
Oh dear.
I don't think he was involved with anyone. I think it was potentially a self-inflicted situation.
Yeah, that was it. You had Earthquake and Typhoon in the WWF, and they were managed by the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
Yep. Jimmy Hart. He was one of the great wrestling managers of all time, for sure.
Yes, indeed he was. And always with the colourful suits with the piano-style ties and the big megaphone in his hand. He's still around, I think, Jimmy
he's still
Jimmy
around.
Hart.
I will say the one cool thing about Vince McMahon and those guys, he takes a lot of the old wrestlers and keeps them working, like Terry, no, not Terry, Oh, the Fabulous Freebirds, the main guy.
Oh, yes.
Hayes, something Hayes.
Michael Hayes, that's it.
So Michael Hayes still heavily
Michael
involved.
Hayes.
He's still
Bruce
heavily
Pritchard
involved.
Bruce Pritchard's still very heavily involved. We could go on about.
Yeah.
We could go on about this for a very, very long time, but we've got a race to carry on with.
Yeah, we do.
But there has been just so much going on, but things are starting to settle down. Let's take you through the top 10 at the moment, folks. Yep. So, at the moment, leading the way, it is Brent Ruiz, who's got a 2-second lead over Brad Pulligar, who rounds out second. Dennis Cornu for the Unity Racing team rounds out your top 3. Ludovic Hansant, his teammate, is in 4th with Oscar Belcardi, close in proximity. And then it's another one, it's Mehmet Tashi, who for the Turkish iRacing Formula team, he's got Simon Fessi right on his rear wing and actually to his outside. So they're battling over 7th and 8th, and they're going into turn 4. They are banging side pods. Careful, boys, into turn 4. So we got Mehmet Tashi. Simon Fessi might get through. Yes, he has. And then we got Noah Found just behind with Gabriel Mella just in 9th. Tom Donahue rounding out the top 10. Let's go down the top 20 as well.
Sure.
The rest of the top 20. Luca Ferrani in 11th. Justin Fields hot on his case in 12th. Then Richard Van Veen, one of our Flying Dutchmen in this field. Then we've got Nguyen rounding out 14th. Ben Goyette from Canada, the land of the Maple Leaf. He's made up 19 places for Modern Racing Prince GP. Well done to Ben. Koji Ito rounds out 16th for the RRS Tokyo Drifteroos. That's a nice little name there.
That is.
Albert Harari, the next best place of the Swiss for the Artendelia Racing team, rounds out 17th, and right on his rear wing he's got Scott Taylor bump drafting over him like a good one. And Taylor might go to the outside here at Nicky Lauda corner, decides that discretion is the better part of valor. Then we got Mr. Tron Legacy himself, Eddie Amos just behind, and then Eddie Esquidol, further 1.8 seconds back, rounds out your top 20. Halfway through the race now, folks. Oh, that first half has just, when you just think you've, when you just seen quite a few incidents over the course of a race. I think we probably had a race full within the first 5 laps, didn't we, Jim?
Well, that's a product of this track and 50 cars. I mean, anytime you put 50 cars on a grid, it's so hard to avoid chaos, man. I mean, it really is. There's just too many cars, and you have to move at the beginning of these races. If you're back, say, 30 or 40th place, if you don't make some moves early in the race, you've got no chance of gaining positions once a race gets spread out a little bit.
Definitely. And the more the race spreads out, the more that we'll see these pockets of drivers battling away. So we've got Fessi versus Tashi, Fau and Mella. That is the battle from 6 onwards. Simon Fessi goes the tight defensive line. Mella up the inside of Foul through into turn 3. Remus gets through. There's been carnage in front. Someone's lost the front wing.
Yeah, it's Rancune and Oscar Beldari, I believe.
So Hansant and Belcardi. Okay, this is going into turn 3. So Belcardi is in front. What happens here? Oh no, Ransant. Oh, bang! And that was
that's two Unity cars.
That's Ransant that's lost his front wing, and I would not be at all surprised if he ends up with a meatball flag alongside him.
Surprisingly, he has not. That's actually quite surprising.
Oh, yeah, it's the Montgomery Scott teleporting wing that's gone back on the chassis. That's probably what it is.
I tell you what, we got to give Gabriel how you say Meller?
Meller, yeah.
He's back up now with that incident up to 6th place, and he had a spin early on in the race and it dropped down. I want to say he got down in the low teens. I mean, in the high teens, like 16, 17, and he's worked his way back up. He's passed a lot of cars tonight.
Yeah, look, he's got Mehmet Tashi and Simon Fessi. It's 3 wide into 3. This might not end well for the guy on the inside. But look at Gabriel Mella around the outside. Is he going to do the pair of them? Yes! Beautiful, audacious move by the Spaniard at turn 3. Gabriel Mella, muchas gracias.
Wow, that was beautiful. That was, I mean,
that is the move of the night.
Absolutely.
Move of the night.
I have to give Fessi credit there. He left him room that allowed him to make that move. He could have run him wide and potentially wrecked the cars, but he didn't. He held it down and gave him room. And you got to give him props for that in a 3 wide situation like that.
Well, he kept the steering open, so there wasn't any issue for Gabriel Mella for going around the outside. Mehmet Tashi being on the inside. He's going to try through the inside of the penultimate right-hander at turn 9, now into Red Bull Mobile, and Gabriel Mella now up into P4, because we did see that Ludovic Rousson and Oscar Belcardi have pitted. They are now 14th and 12th respectively, as we're now this plus 15 laps away from the checkered. And this is now the battle for P4 on the road. They are 15.7 seconds behind Dennis Cornu when you consider Gabriel Mella. Here comes Mehmet Tashi, and there's Noah Fowl. Tom Donohue's actually closing in. Luca Varani's not too far from this either. And now, bit of a stumble from Simon Fessi coming out of turn 3. He squeezes Fowl onto the grass. That was a bit cheeky there. And now Mehmet Tashi has got the job done, but what is Simon Fessi thinking? Does he go attack? Does he go defend? But it looks like he's, oh dearie me, these two are not getting on like good old bedfellows. They are really,
I tell you what, if you think back across this whole race, Fessi has been in a wheel-to-wheel battle with someone this entire race. You know, they've changed who the person is that he's in a battle with. He's always at the back of the Unity Racing train, and he was in constant battles with someone this entire race so far. I mean, he's got to feel like he's had his butt whipped when this is over with, because he has been fighting the whole time.
He'll probably put a microfiber over his sweaty brow and then just twist it, and like piles, like a pint of water or a litre of water would just hit the floor, like literally spontaneously. But he is, as you said, he has been in every single wheel-to-wheel battle you can think of. Noah Fowl looking towards the outside of Mehmet Tashi into turn 3. He's trying to pull off a Gabriel Mella, and he's got it done. Here comes Tom Donohue, also thinking the same tactic, and he's going to be towards the outside of Mehmet Tashi on the run down to turn 4.
Yeah, Donohue is, with them battling back and forth like this, it's pulled Donohue right up in there. Donahue's having a very nice run. You know, Donahue's been a friend of the channel for a long time. We obviously have watched him race a lot over the years, and he's having a really good run here tonight.
Yeah, looking at positions gained so far, Richard Van Veen, 24 places gained, started 35th on the grid. Looks like there's been a drama for Tashi. He's dropped behind Noah Fowl, and he's right in the clutches of Tom Donohue. So 7th and 8th looking rather racy, but Richard Van Veen has kept himself out of trouble. This quartet spells trouble, not in so many syllables or letters, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And they are still line astern, coming out of Nicky Lauda corner.
Yeah, they're all waiting. They're all lining up to take their turn at Fessi.
I know, it's like... It's like this. It's like, to me, to you, to me, to you.
Right. No, that's what it's been. That's what it's been. Now, for long, Noah will back off, and it'll be Teshi's turn to take a few rounds with him.
All right, you have a go. No, you have a go. No, you have a go. It's your turn. I've had enough of him. Oh, that was nearly wheel-to-wheel contact.
Oh, well,
and Simon Fessi hits the gravel, hits the kitty litter.
But I tell you what, he did a good job there. He got all the way out in the gravel and managed to hold that position. That's some nice car control. That's not easy to do.
Well, if he was any further out into the kitty litter there, Jim, he would have been amongst the tumbleweeds if he hit the barriers, to be honest with you. But, yeah, great car control from Simon Fessi to hold on to 7th place. He started 12th on the grid when we went lights out 22 laps ago. So we've got 13 left, including this one. Here comes Mehmet Tashi on Noah Fowl to the inside. At Nicky Lauda corner, Tashi will have the inside line. Oh, and Fowl goes over the rumble strip, goes over the sausage curb.
Yep. Here comes
and Richard Van Beem.
Tashi's going to come. Oh, look at Donahoe sticking it up in there.
Oh, dear. This could end very, very badly.
That,
Tom Donahoe did not make it 3 wide. Oh, thank God he hit the brakes early. Woo.
Yeah, I thought he was going to try to drive it up in there and make it 3 wide myself, but, Tom's wiser than that, I think.
Palpitations ahoy here at the RedBull Ring.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, it's hard to cut away from this battle. I mean, there's some other, battles happening on the track, not anywhere for this kind of position. This is top 10 stuff, but... there's so many. There's been 3 or 4 or 5 cars in this battle off and on for the whole race. I do want to go back here though and look at Amos and Harari back here. They were. This was heating up a minute ago, pretty good.
It just seriously has been a fantastic race so far. If you were to say to me, round 3 here at the RedBull Ring would be a slobber knocker with 50 cars on it, I'd probably tell you where to go, but having now witnessed it for nearly 24 laps, we'll have 12 to go. Ludovic Constant is tumbling down the order. He's got another slowdown penalty, and he's down in 13th. Oscar Belcardi just 1 position away from the top 10. He's 5 seconds behind Justin Fields.
Yep.
As we concentrate. And now we've got, there is Justin running at the top 10, and there's Oscar Belcardi. Not that far behind him, I think. Well, no, 5 seconds up behind him.
Vakari's up there. Vakari's starting to pull this group in front of him as well. As they continue.
Luca.
Varani, I'm sorry. They've been battling back and forth so much it's allowed him. He was 2.5 seconds back 2 laps ago, and they've
now he's 6 tenths.
Yeah, they're just they're fighting so much up there. It's just been just a fantastic battle, although they have separated a little bit here. Fessy has finally got some breathing room. This must be like his his corner in between rounds. He gets to go take a breath before they come back at him again.
It's like he's been playing the Monopoly board and he's finally got past go and he's collected $200 and got the get out of jail free card as well at the same time.
Or he's at the jail, the corner with the jail, and he's sitting out in the just visiting section, getting to relax for a second. But they'll be back on him again. It's been the whole race like that for him. It really has.
It has been so much like a pendulum, especially with that battle from 4th backwards. But yeah, Luca Varani is starting to close bit by bit. Like you said, the gap was 2.5 seconds. It's now a second between Varani and Noah Fowl, who's trying to chase down Tom Donahoe, who's now currently residing in 7th position. Mehmet Tashi is 1.3 seconds up the road. Justin Fields isn't that far back from Luca Varani either, so 1.6 seconds is the gap between the Swiss and the British racers. So next time around, we will be going on to 10 laps remaining here at the RedBull Ring. It has been fast, it has been frantic, it has been furious, and very, very much forlorn at times when drivers have ended up going around on their own, under their own mistakes, unfortunately. And that just goes to show you could be someone like Eunice Emil, and you drop the ball, turn 3, lap 1, and Johan Annette did not even make it past 35% of the opening lap, folks. That's how quickly you could go from hero to zero. Takes pole in the opening 2 races, takes the wins, and now it's all being tipped upside down on its head. I mean, looking where is Yunus Amal at the moment? Yunus Amal, he retired after lap 2. And when you look at the points, I mean, that's going to give an opportunity to the likes of Tony Jimenez. Where is Jimenez at the moment? Jimenez is down in 28th. I shouldn't have said that. But here comes Noah Fowl towards the outside once again of Tom Donoghue as they go into turn number 9 and then into, turn 4 at Schlossgold. And then it's going to be the run through into turns 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah, this little battle has settled down just a little bit up here, and it's there's no way it could have went on like it was, though. It was, it had been 3, 4, 5 cars in there constantly. It eventually had to settle out, either one way or another. Wow.
Oh.
We got Dennis. He's had his fair share of events. Let's go see something. He picked up an off track, but this is before he picked up the off track.
Well, that was definitely an off track because that was turn 9. But so
this is prior to the off track,
and that's the off track there that's just happened. Then that's probably why he got. That's where I probably think he got the off track there because at turn 10. Track limits are so well enforced on the iRacing server, you cannot get away with it. But he was completely locked up sideways.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's what it is. Yep. Okay. So, but he's, for that level of incident, to be able to still hold on to third place. Oh, look at these two.
Oh,
did they touch?
Varani's got through. I think there might have been a slightest of touches. No, it wasn't. Luca Varani was actually a full car length ahead, and Noah Fowl just went a little bit tail happy, and back end kicks itself into the gravel on that particular occasion. So now Luca is going after Tom Donoghue, and then up the road is Mehmet Tashi. Well, he's got through one of the back markers, so they're having to deal with back marker traffic who are getting out of the way because the blue flags will be showing. And we are now this and 7 more laps to go. So we're on lap 28 out of 35. So 8 to go, including this one. Luca Varani trying to close the gap to Tom Donoghue, has got Noah Fowl right on his rear bumper, or rear wing thereof.
If you look at this track map, though, it's like an ant farm out there, man. There's hardly seriously, there's hardly any open track out there at all.
It's like the film Ants, isn't it?
It's like those little ant farms you had when you were a kid. You could buy off the catalog, mail order catalog, and they build the little tunnels in the sand or something.
Yeah, only someone decided to put this one 677 meters above sea level and put it into Styria in Austria, of all places.
How do you not love this track?
Yes, come to the Austrian ant farm.
This track is so wonderful. I mean, it really is.
I don't know
that I've ever seen a bad race here. Honestly, Eddie
Amos and Eddie Squirrel, I think, might have just had a little bit of net code occurring just then, possibly, because I didn't really see any contact between the pair. So there might have been a little bit of Mr. Net code appearing.
Yeah, no harm, no foul.
Probably not that much.
Right. At least nobody spun, so.
Yeah, under their own right foot inputs, that is, which we have seen a few times here tonight, but still, nevertheless, Brent Ruiz holding on to that lead ahead of Brad Fullergart, and that lead is now 2.7 seconds. And there is Brent, there is Brad. Oh, going a little bit too wide there, Brad, coming out of turn 4 at Schlossgold.
Big gap back to third, though. 17... But you can see on the track map there, if I click on, that's where Bulliger is. And then if you watch the green as I click on Cornu, look at the difference, man. That's a huge gap.
That is about the distance between turn 1 and turn 3 between those two, quite easily. And that's from Nicky Lauda at turn 1 up the hill to turn 3 at Remus. That is how long the distance is between them. But we still have, we've got 6 to go. Brent Ruiz still leads the way and will become the second different winner this season. Oh, but we've had an incident 3, Shaq Willems.
Oh. He's
who on earth? And that was Matthew Gracie. Oh, poor old Jacques Willems.
Man, I tell you what, I'd like to. I'm gonna see if we can get that whole incident, because
I was just gonna say, yeah,
that he looked like he was doing that out of anger. There, I think he feels like he got.
Oh, Jacques. No. Oi. And that flipped up and spun Matthew Gracie, I believe, who was in the other car alongside him.
I don't know what to think of that.
As much as I love Jacques Willems' Robbie Gordon tribute livery.
No, Jeff Gordon.
That was Jeff Gordon, sorry, not Robbie Gordon. Jeff Gordon, thank you for correcting me. It's been a long weekend for yours truly, folks.
Well,
sorry.
You know, there were two Gordons, just one had a little bit more successful career than the other one did.
Yeah, one of which who is now part of one of the big NASCAR teams at the moment, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, well, he owns
not as a driver.
He owns part of Hendrick Motorsports with Rick Hendrick. Yeah,
that's. Thank you very much for reminding me. I was trying to remember the name because I have seen the NASCAR Netflix series. To try and get I didn't know about how the NASCAR Championship was won until I found out about the players, and I went, so like I understand it now. People go, well, NASCAR is people turning left in circles all day. And I said, no. It's not just ovals. It's road courses. It's rovals.
And I'm not a huge, NASCAR fanboy or anything. I grew up watching sports car racing in Formula One, and Indy cars. Yeah. But all I can tell you is if that's what you think NASCAR is, go out there and try to drive some NASCAR stuff on iRacing.
Yeah.
Driving a car that is literally on the edge the whole race, because you're constantly turning practically, and the car's literally on that razor's edge of spinning the entire time. That is not easy to do, believe me. Yeah, I mean, you asked Lewis Hamilton when he did the car swap. Yeah. Although I have to say, he did a pretty good job, but that was at a road course too, though. But those cars are really heavy. Oh, yeah, but the way he was kicking the tail out on that thing as well, it was loose as anything on the rear end when Lewis decided, Lewis, come on, pit this lap. No, I'm going to stay out a little bit longer. And he was just having a blast. And that's the whole point. Yeah, he wouldn't come in. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
He'd be happy to run that thing out of gas, given the chance. Right, we have 4 laps to go, including this one. We're on lap 32. Out of 35 here at the RedBull Ring, and Noah Fowl being closed in on by the LSU, LA Lakers tribute band, Luca Varani, or the Minnesota Vikings. So
take your pick.
State University, NFL, NBA, take your pick, folks. And Luca Varani gets through on Noah Fowl with a quick and easy move.
They have swapped back and forth there 2 or 3 times here in the last 4 or 5 laps. It's been a decent little. I don't know. I'm not sure I say his name right. I say Rancon, but that's probably not correct. He's had another incident.
Ludovic Constant. Yeah, it's like say when you say Francois, it's the C that's on that. So Ludovic Constant is one of those little tails at the bottom of the sea. But you try and put that on a normal print, you go like, why has it come up with this? And it's like hieroglyphics, you can't read it. We have that problem in casting where you put an accent on the E and it just throws something else right. Okay, Ludovic, what have you done now? Turn 1 on the curbing. And he's lost it.
All right, well, he didn't take anybody with him, at least. That's good.
No. Code Brown by himself there.
Yeah, these two this battle right here, this 6th, 7th area, 8th. Oh my goodness, Noah Fowl, where are you going? Well,
that was an off track. That was a definite off track there at Nicky Lauda corner, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's that one's going to hurt him a little bit. He lost some time, and then he's really going to. Look, we got a little battle going on up here. Bessie has come back
at it again. Gabriel Mella to his outside into turn 4.
Oh, Fessie's got the line there.
Breathe in deep, folks. It could be a rocky one. And Fessy gets through with the minimal of ease.
That's nice. You know, Fessie's been getting beat up this entire race. It's nice to see him doing some of the aggression himself now. Man, he looks
nice
fast through there. I mean,
maybe he's been conserving his tyres a little bit in the latter stages of this race.
Maybe, because I tell you what, he looks. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's a slowdown for sure.
Yep, and the yellow flag straight away by his name. But we have got about a lap, just over a lap and a half to go.
Let's see where our leader is.
Belcardi has got there's Brent Ruiz coming up to some back marker traffic. And at the moment, we still have out of Antoine Holstein fans. Yeah, I was just going to say, Antoine Holstein fans, rejoice. Your man is still running, 36th at the moment. As Fessy and Mella go back into battle, Mehmet Tashi is now closing in. So, they say it takes two to tango, but three is definitely a crowd in this particular occasion. With these three, they've been at loggerheads pretty much the entirety of the race. But Brent Ruiz is on his way very shortly to start the white flag lap, which is going to happen around about now. There we go, white flag in the air. And Brent Ruiz making his way down to Nicky Lauda corner up the hill. And through he goes nice and neat and tidy with a 2.7 second advantage over Brad Fulliger. And they have pretty much been running their own respective races at this moment in time. Up to turn 3 for the last time as Simon Fessy, Mehmet Tashi and Gabriel Mella go on to their final lap. Battle for fourth, still very much on the precipice, on the edge of the winds of change. And Simon Fessy with a head of steam right on the rear. Oh my goodness me, Simon Fessy, is he going to throw it to the outside? Here at turn 2, he's going to go for it. He's got the slipstream. Will he throw the haymaker around the outside at 3? He's ahead. He is ahead, but Mella up the inside nearly takes off the front wing of the Unity Racing car. We are coming towards the end of this race, and Simon Fessy and Gabriel Mella are right with each other, but meantime, we do need to concentrate on our race leader through into turn 9 for the final time. And from the word go, Brent Ruiz takes the checkered flag. He started from the outside of the front row. He wins round number 3.
Yeah,
Brad Fulliger in second. Dennis Cornu will come across the line, but still, it's Gabriel Mella. Oh, and Fessy's had an absolute mare. Mehmet Tashi has got through. Cornu will take third place as we speak right now. Gabriel Mella will come out of the final corner. He is going to take fourth despite dramas earlier on in the race. He will finish ahead of Mehmet Tashi. And Simon Fessy is just running out of fuel. He's running out of fuel and he's come across the line in 8th.
Oh my gosh, he just lost 3 spots right there at the line because he ran out of fuel. Oh my goodness.
He was crawling out of Red Bull Mobile. Oh dear.
Wow.
What could have been for Simon Fessy? We'll wait for the rest of the drivers to cross the line before we go through the results.
Oh, it's so unfortunate for him, man. You know, he's battled to stay up there in 5th place, and then to that was a close battle there, right?
Ferrari, Amos and Buell, Ayan and Jimenez. But, well... Whew.
Wow.
And in the words of Martin Lawrence from Bad Boys 2, Woosah. What a race here at the RedBull Ring.
From Cheech and Chong.
Oh man, you know what? It's been an absolute hoot covering this race with you, Jim. It's always a pleasure, my friend. It always,
I,
always is. I know we go off on a tangent,
we
folks,
do.
but sometimes it's a Sunday night, it's a fun league. Let's make it a fun broadcast, folks. That's how it should be. But Brent
Wow.
Ruiz is your round 3
All right,
winner.
let's see.
Johanna,
There.
let's have a look at the results, shall we? So Brent Ruiz takes the win after 35 laps ahead of Brad Bulligard. Dennis Cornu rounds out your top 3. Gabriel Mela, Mehmet Tashi, Tom Donahue, Luca Varani, Simon Fessi, out of fuel on the line, takes 8th ahead of Noah Fowl. Oscar Belcardi rounds out your top 10. Justin Fields, Nguyen, Richard Van Veen, Ben Goyette, Ludovic Ronson, Scott Taylor, Koji Ito, Albert Harari, Eddie Amos, Jerry Bull, Bahadi Nayan, Tony Jimenez, Eddie Esquidol, Patrick Rowlands, Gaetan Imhoff, Andrew Harris, Dorian Arroyo, Noel Ritchie Robinson, Noah Destelli, Matthew Gracie, Quentin Mortier. And then we got Patrick Williams, Oscar Artinanu, John McKenzie, and Antoine Holstein that make it to the end of all 33 laps. Congratulations to 35 out of the 50 drivers. And there are the rest of your race results.
That was that was that man, I tell you what, that there was a lot of action, drama. But you know, Red Bull Ring just always seems to produce phenomenal racing. I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm be on that call later on here on JPB with Ewan O'Leary doing the Super Formula cars here. The those 2 races running at the same place this week. So I can't. That's going to be amazing too, I think.
Well, folks, on that note, there is still plenty more to come. A big thank you to you all for watching, getting involved in the chat. Don't forget to do all the good stuff, like, share, subscribe, share to all and sundry. And on behalf of myself, Alex Goldschmidt, alongside the wonderful, the awesome, the incomparable Mr. Jim Cunningham, who's not only been our colour announcer, but also our broadcast director, this has been a JPB network production. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you same time next week for round 4 of iGPFun Super Formula Lights. Don't forget, in just a few hours, the bigger brother, the Super Formulas for Sim Racing for Simpletons, will be here at the Red Bull Ring for round 3 early tomorrow morning. Until next time, race hard, race fair, and if in doubt, well, you better go flat out. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.
Yeah, those 50 car grids, man, are just rough.
Oh, and in the words of Austin Powers, and I've spent.
Yeah, well, it's what is it, like 10, 11 o'clock, 10:30 over there, something like that? Ish.
Coming up to 11:30.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, well, you get to pack and do your early morning thing.
Well, it won't be too much of an early morning. My flight's not until 10:40.
What time do you how early do you have to get to the airport in Europe, like to get to all the security stuff and everything?
They normally recommend 2 hours.
Yeah, okay. Same here.
I'm probably gonna. I mean, the good thing is that I'm in business class. Excuse me, I'm in business class, so I get access to the lounge tomorrow morning, which means I'll have a first breakfast here at the hotel, go and fill up the hire car, check in my bag, and then go in the lounge and then vegetate until my gate is called.
So do you, the way do these people that bring you in to do the broadcasting or the commentating, do they pay for your flights, or do they just pay you and you book your own travel and everything?
I invoice them and they recompense me. So yeah, because this has been an 11